Hey guys, welcome back. Well, here we are with the old Chevy again. Now, if you saw my update recently, you will know that the old girl took a hit on this rear fender. And you know that the plan was to repair this and then paint the entire car, because there are little marks here and there. There's one there on the hood, and there's several more around the place. A little bit of damage there. Basically, she was done about 10 years ago, and so she's just getting a little bit age to it. So, however, we have run into a problem. Now, Andy, the owner, bought the paint for this a couple of months ago, actually, because a full respray has been on the cards now for quite some time. It's just everybody's been too busy to do it. Unfortunately, when we have opened the paint up, instead of it being US Army olive green, it is NATO green, which is a much darker and much bluer colour, and obviously it's the more modern colour as well. So obviously we do not want to hit the car with that. So this video could be quite a short one with just this fender repair. However, Andy is off today in search of some paint, so if he can actually get the correct shade of olive green, then we will be painting the entire car. But anyway, I'm going to put the camera to one side and get the rest of the tools out and get set up to start working on this. As I said, this is the most important part, and that is basically what inspired us to say, you know what, maybe we should just do the whole car. Anyway, let's get on with it. Okay, so here we go. Unfortunately, I do not have my body working tools here, and I can't get them at the moment, so we are having to improvise. And my idea is I want to try and push on this actual crease here from behind. So come up with this. I'm not sure if this is going to work. I mean, made that swivel so that I can adjust it, but yeah, all I can do is put it in and try. If not, then I'm going to have to just try and tap this out a little piece at a time, see if I can get it as straight as possible. But yeah, I know there's probably some body working guys out there going absolutely crazy watching this, but you use the tools that you've got access to, and this is what I've got access to, so let's see what will happen. And of course, the instant you start working, someone sends you a text. Don't know if you can see this on camera, but it is easing it out a little. Bam! We've got it nice. That's right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to release the jack and I'm going to set it. See if I can get this edge over here a little bit. Some more. Okay, so that is now wedged, I guess. Yeah, I don't know how well you can see that, but yeah, it's definitely eased it out more, because it was all the way along here. So yeah, cool. Well, we are getting closer and closer. Obviously some of this is going to have to be filled, but yeah, we are just getting so much closer to the original profile. That's, yeah, cool. We're getting there. Yeah, what I'm actually doing at the moment is, because I don't have a hammer that I can actually get into here with very well, I'm using the curvature of the dolly to just try and get this lift shape back into it a little bit. Because with a hammer and the dolly, I got this pulled out to the point where it was virtually flat. Now I just want to get that extra bit of curvature to and she is coming out there, she is coming out nicely. What I'm doing is I'm using the light to follow the curvature around, and I can see where she isn't laying flat, because she'll come up and then there's like a, yeah. You can hardly actually feel the crease behind there now, which is exactly what I wanted. Okay, so we can still see we have a little bit of an indentation there, but overall it's not bad at all. Still got a little bit more work to do just to ease this out a little bit more, but yeah, she's getting there. It's definitely getting there. That is looking so much better. Well, as we can see, she is getting there. And obviously you can still see there's some ripples and everything in her, but overall she's coming together really nicely. But as you can see from the reflection, that's what I'm basically using as a guide to get the look. Just get this compound curve looking correctly. Yeah, this is the worst area here. This is where the main impact happened. So, but yeah, let's keep going at it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to hit it with is some 60 grit, because I just want to remove all of this very, very quickly. Okay, so I can get a better idea of the profile because of all the loose paint is gone. So alright, I think that's as far as I'm going to take it. I don't have any finishing hammers or anything like that, so I think the next stage is give it a very fine layer of Bondo, and then just sand it and smooth it out. Now, the Bondo that I have, before anybody comments about it, it is suitable for going over paintwork. So I am going to cut this paint back a little bit more, but and I will just give one large, very thin skimming, and then just sand it back. So let's hit it with the 60 grit again. Well, we are still continuing to work the metal, and yeah, we are really getting there. I want to get this as absolutely smooth as possible. Then we're using very, very little Bondo. But yeah, definitely coming along nicely. So we are now ready to apply a very thin layer of Bondo. I've taken this down as far as I can go, but I just do not have a finishing hammer, so that's basically the best I can do at this point. Right, we will leave that and come back and okay, one little bit. Let's just see that one. Got it. There we go. Got it. Right, we will leave that. Come back, I'll sand it and apply more as needed. So let's give that 20 minutes, which is about what it needs to dry, and then we will come back to it. Okay, we're back now. This is dried nicely, and we're going to hit it with some 120 grit. Okay, so we're going to go over with it a little bit thicker now and start actually building the profile. So, yeah. Okay, we're back again. So, we're going to hit the Bondo again, and yeah, here we go. Okay, so let's hit this by hand a little. So I'm just waiting of the Bondo to dry, but I'm just looking at the profile there, and got quite a nice profile going. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. So I think just there I need a little bit more height. Yeah, I need to just bring a little bit of height just there. So, let's do that. There. That there is roughly where I need to just put a little tiny build on there. Alright. Well, that's looking a lot better. Okay, so once again we sit and wait. Okay, we're dry once again, so let's hit it one more time. Right, I think what I'm going to do next is lay the paint up just to get a visual on what this looks like. Now, I'm not going to dust it all down because this paint's going to be sanded back off again. I just want to visualize just a nice even layer just to see what's going on here. It feels good, but you know, paint will emphasize any issues. Okay, so it's actually looking pretty good. I can see a few imperfections there. You can see the paint flashing off. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this with high build, leave it overnight to dry, and then come back in with nice 400 grit. Well, there we go, we've got the high build on there now. So I am going to leave this overnight to dry, get nice and solid, and then we will get back at it tomorrow. Hopefully by then I will have found out whether Andy has gotten the paint or not, and that will really determine where we go from there. But anyway, that's it for tonight, so see you in the morning. Well, we are now all sanded and rinsed down. Yeah, I can see that's come out really nice, that. Well, we've rinsed it down, and while it's wet I'm just using the reflection just to make sure this is just a nice curve to it. Yeah, very happy with it. Very happy how it's turned out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this for an hour to dry. I'm going to go buy a new spray mask, and yeah, we will start getting some colour on this. Well, and there we go. Didn't film it. It's you know, it's painting. But what I'm going to do is, we don't have enough paint to paint the entire car, but I am going to go around all these pieces. See, there's a little bit there, a little bit there. There's some dents here somewhere. Yeah, a bit of a dent right there. Gonna fix that. I'm gonna see if I can fix this up here. Of course, there was some more around here on the front. There. There. There's another one here somewhere. What I'll probably do is just sand this entire fender and repaint that, and may see how it goes on this side if there's enough paint. May just do the same with this fender here. It's actually a pretty good match, better than I thought it was going to be. Oh, there's little bits down there as well. Yeah, so they're going to happen tomorrow. Right now I don't want to do anything more to it, because although this is dry to the touch, it's flashed off nicely. I want to leave it overnight just to make sure it's hardened, and then there's no accidents. But I think what I'll do today is I'm going to take the front and rear bumpers off, and at least that's, you know, I can do that without risk of damaging this. So let's get to it. Yeah, as I'm taking them off, I'm marking which one goes where, because yeah, I've been to this dance before. I've got the tape and everything off. She's looking really good. But what I'm working on right now is this hood at full height hits the fender just there. So what I'm going to try and do is adjust that hinge up just a little, and but I'm trying to figure out how to do that. What I think I'm going to try and do is, if I can get the jack that I used to ease that out at the back in here, I may just be able to just take some tension, put some tension on it, loosen the bolts, and it might just move it a touch. So let's give it a go. Good morning, guys. So it is the next day, and everything over here has had overnight to dry nicely. So plan is today is we're going to sort these front fenders. Obviously this here where the hood's been catching, that is now repaired. This opens nicely without any scrapes. As pointed out round here, it's damage there, and a couple of marks on this side. There, we're going to get all this done today. So first things first, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to concentrate on this fender. Actually, let's have a think about this. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sand these, get some rust neutralizer on there, and fill those, because that's right through the bare metal, so we need to get a little bit of Bondo in there just to fill them. I'll do the same here, and I will do the same there, these dents. I'll sand it and fill it. That'll allow the Bondo to dry. Then we can come back and sand both fenders and get them painted. Yeah, okay, let's get to it. Okay, so we got the rear section sanded and treated. You've got these gouges in the fender. They have been sanded back to bare metal, and then just a light skim of Bondo. We've also done this one on the front. Again, sanded, treated. And then these dents over here, we've got sanded and then fine skimming of Bondo. So we're going to have 20 minutes, let this all dry up, and then the next stage is basically just to come in here and then start sanding. Going to work on this fender first, mainly because this has got the worst damage to it, and then move to the other one, and yeah, a few hours should be done. One thing I have had to do though is put the tent up, because British weather being what it is, it's one of those days where it's supposed to be dry but cloudy, but we're getting these intermittent showers, so yeah, that's not exactly conducive to bodywork and paint. So anyway, yeah, gonna let this dry for 20 minutes, gonna go and do a bit more editing, and then yeah, we'll get back to it. Well, things are progressing nicely. A couple of little areas left to finish off on this side. This side we are in the high build. Going to hit this now with the 320 on the orbital with the interference pad, so just to get that very fine scratch, and this side will be almost ready for paint. What I'll do is I'll take this side as far as I can, then I'll move to the other side where I will finish that off, wash the entire front end of the car, go and have some lunch, and then come back, mask it and shoot it. So that's the plan, but yeah, not so bad, not too bad at all. Well, there we have it, all nicely sanded and washed down. So we just got a weight of it drying off there, which it's quite a nice day today, so that shouldn't take too long. It would be nice to have had enough paint to actually do the entire car, but well, you know, these things happen. So I'm going to give it at least 2 hours, and then I'll tack cloth it down, and then we'll paint. Well, we'll mask and then we'll paint. But yeah, well, we're masked. Now obviously if when we come to do the entire vehicle, everything will be dismantled, all the bright work, stainless and everything, but yeah, for now this will suffice. we just want to get paint on it. Actually, I think I will put some more masking there. But yeah, I've got the rear masked as well. So I'll put a little bit more just across here for just to be safe, you know. I think this side's okay. I think I've got that pretty much. Yeah, I am going to hit that side with a little bit more masking, and then we'll get to it. Well, we're getting there. Yeah, she's coming on nicely. Right, gotta let this flash off for at least 30 minutes, and then I'm going to come back and give it a second coat, and then that's it. She's done. So, yeah. Well, there we have it. Certainly tidied the front end up. Yeah, really tidied it up. So I've got to leave this now for at least 2 hours. I hope to get this put back together tonight. It's about 5ish now, so yeah, I'll probably be here until it's dark. But I'm going to take a break and yeah, just let it harden up. So next time you see this, I should be putting it together. Well, there we go. That's her complete. Not a bad 3 days work, I would say. But yeah, really pleased with how she came out. Obviously, headlamps are still taped up. Leaving them until tomorrow because I've got to pop those headlight surrounds off, and I don't want to do that until it's had at least 12 hours to harden. So I'll clear them off tomorrow. But other than that, that's her complete. Overall, I'm happy with it. It would have been nice if we could have gotten the paint to actually do the entire car, but you know what, little victories, you know, take them as they come. I am not sure if this car will get painted this year now, but what I've done is I've addressed all the locations where there was any spots of rust or any damage. We do have a set of wheels on the way. They should be here, I'm guessing, sometime this coming week. And I've left enough paint to paint them. But otherwise, that's it all used up. So, yeah, it's been a fun project. Tomorrow I'm back on the Transit. So, stay tuned for... There. Friggin' huge fly there flew past. The size of a DC-10. Anyway, I digress. Yeah, back on the Transit tomorrow. Going to continue with those rear doors. Tomorrow is Monday. Yeah, tomorrow's Monday. So maybe this coming week I will at least get part of the van in primer. That is the goal. So we'll have to see how that goes. The only things I've got left to do now are the back doors, but I'll get into that in the Transit video. There's no point in going into it here. Anyway, that's it. Hope you enjoyed this. I certainly did. Haven't done this type of thing in a long time. So yeah, fun project. So take care, drive safely, and have a good one.